Hello, and welcome to Turn Down for What? Hello, and welcome back to our baking show, where this week is all about churning cream. Why? It's butter that way. How y'all doing? Welcome to week 3 of That Butter's My Biscuit. Well, this week, we're finally making biscuits, but we're also making butter. Alright, so like I said, this week we are making butter. So I have this ginormous ceramic churn, and I also have 2 gallons. I also have 2 gallons of heavy whipping cream. I'm supposed to fill this up halfway. I don't know how much volume this is, so I don't know what half is, so I just bought 2 gallons. So I'm going to move all this stuff outside so that I don't make a mess. But anyway, so I'm gonna get situated out there, and I will be back. All right, I've moved outside. I've donned the appropriate attire. So I guess now all that's left to do is get churning. Okay, so this is my great grandmother's actual churn that she used to use, and then we've got a whole crap load of heavy whipping cream. So I'm gonna start pouring this in here until we get about halfway full, and we'll get to churning. Oh, you have to open it first. I think I bought way too much heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna call that half. All right, so we've got an hour to an hour and a half of this. This is this is so weird. Oh my gosh, what human was like, you know what we need to do? We need to slap some milk, and then it's gonna be real good. Gotta switch hands. Hey, Daisy girl. Hey, what you doing? Where are you going? Come here. Come here. Hey, you wanna help me churn some butter? No? Okay, I know, you don't have opposable thumbs. You probably did that on purpose though, didn't you? Oh, it expanded. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Maybe that's why you only fill it halfway. Oh no, the sun's coming out. I'm gonna have some real weird tan lines. Oh man, okay, well that's fun. I'll scoot this over here for better leverage. Flashbacks to the shake weight. Is this how my OnlyFans starts? A couple more buttons and I could be out of these overalls. Daisy, what are you doing, girl? You're blocking all the action. I'd rather see you anyway. Oh, wow. Man, it's weird in there. You know what? Well, I'll show you. So, if you could see it, that's what it looks like on the inside right now. So we went from the liquid cream to these little nuggets. So I think we're making progress, which is nice. All right, I gotta set back up. This is a place where I'm glad commercialization happened and that I do not have a dairy cow out there whose nipples I'm going to squeeze every few days. I guess you squeeze the nipples every day. Otherwise they get ornery. Is an udder a nipple? Are they the same? Is an udder just like an elongated nipple? I think that we are getting very close to butter. I mean, that feels a lot like butter. It's definitely got some liquid in it. Oh, that's butter. Butter? I barely even know her. Okay, it's now been around an hour and a half. So I'm just gonna assume that I'm done. And we're gonna go inside and portion out this butter. Okay, we're back. I've moved everything inside. Got my churn, I put the extra cream in the refrigerator. I've also got this bowl with a colander inside, and this colander, this might also be my great-grandmother's, I don't know. It's very old. And then I've got some mason jars. I've got some bigger ones for the buttermilk, and then I think I'm gonna put the butter in some of the smaller ones. And I was not originally planning to use mason jars, they just happened to be in our home, but I'm Southern, so obviously. Okay, let's, this is so full. Oh no. Oh, it's so much. that's the buttermilk. Oh my god. That made so much butter. What am I even gonna do with this? Alright, I've got a secondary bowl. I'm gonna try to transfer. That kind of works. Ooh, my mother is home. Hey, what I've got.
A mess?
There's no mess. Alright, we got our butter and our buttermilk, and now we've got to get it in these mason jars. I'm just gonna dunk them to start with. Alright, I'm just gonna ladle the rest of this in, and we'll cap it. And there we go. 1 quart of buttermilk done. Okay, so I had an idea. There's still some liquid in here, and it's draining out, which is good. I've got to get the residual buttermilk out of the butter. So I had an idea to like put this in here and then see if I can squish it. Maybe the flat spoon. Cheesecloth would be nice, but I don't have any cheesecloth. Okay, new idea. I have an additional colander. Oh no, it's falling. This is terrible. All right, this was a stupid idea. Let's just transfer it. All right, first dollop of butter down. I'm gonna need way more mason jars than this. That's already 1 mason jar. Look how much butter there is. Oh no. Everything is slippery. Oh God. I thought the urn fit. Granny is not in there. I thought the churn fell. Oh, that was scary. Okay, I'm gonna put lids on all these and wash them and kind of set them to the side. I'll leave them out so we can get a final tally. So I'm gonna cap these, I'm gonna go get more mason jars, and I'll be back to handle the rest of the butter. Okay, so I'm back. I washed some more mason jars, including this 1 quart mason jar. So we're gonna try to get through the rest of the butter. I'm getting impatient. Like I don't want to do this anymore. No. Whew, that was butter. Alright, it's a nice cohesive lump. Look at that. Perfect. Perfectly full. Alright, I'm gonna clean for a second and cap these, and I will be right back. Okay, I did some cleaning. I capped all of these. I grabbed the 2 buttermilks out of the refrigerator. So all together, we got 2 quarts, half gallon of buttermilk, a quart of butter, and 6 pints. So I think, if I'm right, that's a full gallon of butter, which with the half gallon of buttermilk comes out to the gallon and a half of cream that we used. But anyway, I am going to refrigerate this. I'm not going to make biscuits today because the butter needs to chill, and the buttermilk because it all needs to go into the biscuit dough cold. But yeah, so that's it for today. I'll be back later in the week, and I will see you guys then. Okay, so it has been 2 days since we made the butter. It is morning time, and I am hungry. So now we're gonna make some biscuits. So we're just gonna throw this together really quickly. It should work. This morning I Googled a recipe, and a bunch came up, and they were all essentially the same. So we're just gonna go with it. So 2 cups flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. How much salt fell in here? We're gonna use like half of what's left because a lot spilled over the top. That was supposed to be a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And 2. Okay, that's got our dry ingredients. Now we need to add our butter. So all we want to do is take this really cold butter and kind of like squish it into the flour a little bit at a time. We just kind of want to work it in as best we can. All right, that's pretty good. That's well mixed. We've got all our little butter nuggets broken up. So now we need buttermilk. Okay, so the recipe I'm using calls for 3/4 cup. So I'm gonna do like a portion of this and then stir it and then do the remainder. All right, that's pretty good. This feels like biscuit dough. I'm gonna use a little bit more of this. Okay, yeah, this is a very sticky dough. But that's okay, we're gonna put it on a surface and knead it a few times. I'm going to put some flour down, and then we want to knead our biscuit dough a little bit. So the recipe I'm using says to knead the dough like 10 times, but that's not a prime number, so we're not gonna do it that many times. Oh, by the way, it turns out the 17-year cicada is emerging this year in 4 states. So either that's a really cool coincidence, or I have the ability to conjure things. So we're gonna take a little bit more flour and dust this. So we're supposed to make 8 biscuits. This is just another ball mason jar that's, I don't know, biscuit sized. So we just take it and cut a biscuit. And there's 9. All right, cool. So I preheated the oven to 450. I'm gonna cook these for an amount of time that is as of yet unknown to me. And then after that, I'll be back and we'll have a biscuit. All right, the biscuits have been in the oven for 20 minutes and they appear to be done. So we're gonna take a look. Oh my goodness, look at that. 9 perfectly golden brown biscuits. They smell incredible. I'm gonna grab another plate to put these on really quick. Hot, hot. Okay, we got our biscuits. I am going to, this one's like mostly cracked open already. I'm gonna pop that guy open. I've got a pat of butter that we're gonna kind of spread out on there, just with our fingers, because why not? All right, let's try it. That's real good. Oh man, there's not much better than fresh biscuits for breakfast in the morning. Okay, that's it. That didn't take us very long. If you have the ability to make your own butter and biscuits one day for breakfast, I highly encourage it. But yeah, I think that's all I've got. So same thing as always, if you have recommendations for things I can cook or make, it doesn't necessarily have to be food, please let me know. And otherwise, I am going to find some jelly and have a few of these for breakfast, and I will see you guys next time. You know, in all these videos, I really hope, like outside of offering people 10 minutes of entertainment, that it shows that it's okay to mess up and that cooking can be fun and you don't have to be perfect and anyone can do it, and sometimes you can improvise and like it's okay to make mistakes.